So we're about halfway through the year. Are you starting to feel the toll of 2026 already? I know I'm, maybe a little bit excited to start the year and then a little bit of a lull, especially in January. January always sucks because it's that after holiday fun because I really love Christmas. New Year's, I could kind of take or leave, but just that long, dark banality that is a northern Alberta winter. It's like, yeah, I hate that so much. But then, when you start to get to that spring where it's a little bit trepidatious, then it's like, can we just get on with summer already? I'm ready, willing, and able to just go ahead and have these long days again. Can we just go ahead and get to that? And yeah, that ends up grinding on you. But yes, new research reveals why so many Australians are feeling burnt out. But obviously, we're just using the Australian news. Okay, Australian news, but this is universal stuff as well. So research consistently shows as a high number of Australians are experiencing burnout, with the latest data revealing people are now feeling so exhausted that they don't have the energy or financial means to prioritize their own health. The World Health Organization describes burnout as a phenomenon that arises from chronic workplace stress and that leaves people feeling exhausted and completely depleted of energy, which can lead to depression and anxiety. The Australian Productivity Commission estimates poor mental health costs the economy between 12.2 and 22.5 billion each year. Yo, seriously? That's kind of a big gap right there. Okay, $10.3 billion, but that's like a lot of money regardless. Anyways, new data revealed by Ride Wellbeing Shots found 66% of Australians now felt stress because they could no longer afford to maintain their own well-being while they dealt with rising costs of living pressures. Yeah, the same thing goes for Canadians. Okay, shit has just been going up a month on month, year on year, and it's I can relate. I'll just go with that. Nutritionist Sambo Patrick said so many people experience burnout because they push themselves too far mentally and physically in the workplace and at home. Ms. Patrick has worked in health for more than 2 decades and said the time people placed more expectations on themselves to achieve things in a day than what was actually possible. Yes, because that's something that I've come to realize in the past couple of years, and maybe you guys can relate as well. You overestimate how much you can do in like an hour or a day, but then you underestimate how much you can accomplish in a week, and it's quite staggering. Once you start to properly put yourself in that mind frame, then you really start to understand your capabilities and also your limitations, both of which very important. But Ride Wellbeing did some research and found that most people said stress and poor sleep were the real reasons behind burnout. Yeah, I can totally agree with that. People just let it go unchecked. They know what stress is, but they don't tend to pull back or do meditation or implement things that can help reduce burnout. People are aware burnout is a real thing, but they are not taking the next step to manage it properly. She said people were not aware how bad burnout could get, and she had clients it should be who felt stressed because they could not go to the gym or meditate. Well, that's just poor time management, if you ask me. People have to understand when they come home from a busy day of work, you have to switch off. That means turning your phone off. Late in the day, your brain is like a battery, and it is switched off mentally and physically to recharge. People are trying to do 30 hours of work in a 24-hour day, and it will never fit. You have to be realistic about what you can achieve. And yes, once you understand, like I said before, your limitations and your abilities, you will properly be able to manifest good mental health, and not in like that pseudo-intellectual way where I'm just thinking about it, therefore I'm going to manifest it, but achieve tangential results. So with all that said, thank you all very much for the gift of your time. I've been Don Consuelo. I want you to follow your gut and get after it. Take care, everyone.